Hey everyone, Broheen here, back again for 91 Extreme RT's channel. I am from the Gamer Emporium, if you haven't figured that out yet. So check out that channel if you have a chance. Everything will be linked in the description box. So right now, I'm gonna go over, I think I'm gonna go over Stormalist, because Stormalist used to be the big thing right before Pyro. The only problem with it is not why Pyro beats is Pyro is higher DPS and Pyro has way more utility. This spec you really need to be reliant on standing still at all times for the most part. So it's not really that good. There's hardly any utility. It's not really worth it unless you're like me and you need an easy spec while your guild is doing Matriarch and Endless Eclipse and they need someone to call out to get out of the raid or to stop attacking. It's an easy spec that I can just, pull from my muscle memory and use. So maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll be what the purpose of this spec is for you. So we'll see how it goes. So let's take a look at the build. It is a hybrid. It's 32 Elementalist, 41 Stormcaller, and 3 Harbinger. So, the Elementalist skills go 5 in Biting Cold, 1 in Ice Shield, 5 in Elemental Link, 2 in Abrasion, 5 in Tempest, 2 in Weathered, 1 in Elemental Surge, 1 in Greater Elemental Affinity, 1 in Icy Carapace, 2 in Cycle of Earth, 2 in Cycle of Air, 3 in Planar Expansion, 1 in Synergize, 1 in Intensify Elements, and that's it for that tree. Stormcaller is kind of the same way. 5 in Storm Energy, 3 in High Voltage, 1 in Living Storm, 5 in Cyclogenesis, 1 in Hailstorm, 6 in Voltaic Strength. That's a new change. I've never seen one of these go up to 6 before, but here it is. New Stormcaller, OP. So 6 in Voltaic Strength, 3 in Vengeful Storm, 2 in Conductive Medium, 5 in Supercell, 1 in Relentless Hail, 3 in Endless Storm. So we skip all the way up here. 1 in Colliding Storms, 2 in Supercharge, 3 in Unstable Atmosphere. Now Harbinger's just got 3 points. Again, obviously, Eldritch Knowledge has the 3 points. Let's take a look at the 2 macros. Basically what we have is, I'm going to call a water spam and an air spam. Now it's basically like cycle of air, cycle of water. So cycle of air is an actual buff that you get, and you have to literally cycle these spells. So you have to go through all the water, then you have to go through all the air, then back to water, then back to air. So it's kind of annoying in my opinion how easy it is. So easy a monkey could do it. We call it the monkey spec in my guild, so you guys should have no issue with this. The water spam consists of everything here. Again, you guys can grab it out of the description box, copy and paste it. This is what the air spam looks like, so you can kind of get an idea. And if you're interested, there's a fire AoE macro, which just casts a target, so not really significant or anything like that. So this spec is kind of like Necrolist. I don't know how many of you have Necrolist. I don't use it. I am 100% against Necrolist. But this spec, you need to have an Air Elementalist. So we're just going to do Fast Summon for time's sake here. Get out your greater Air Elemental. Have Intensify Elements on the bar. As far as buffs, you put Synergize on your pet. Put Storm Armor up, Lightning Blade, and a Crystal if you've got it. Static Flux is in the macro autocast, but what is not in the macro is Intensify Elements, so you have to put this up at a specific time. Like, for instance, when you have Flaring Power up, that'll increase your DPS by 100% on top of what Flaring Power gives you. So, anything else here is all utility, and there's not much. There's Cyclone and Wind Chill. So, other than that, water macro, air macro, keep up Storm Locust at all times, keep up Living Storm at all times. Raging Storm will reapply Living Storm every time as long as you're using it on time. Then Ice Shield is kind of, I don't actually remember if that's part of a macro. I don't think so, but it could be. I don't remember. Quicken Elements is just a pet heal, just in case. Gathering Storm gives you back your mana. ride the wind, increase movement speed. It's all nice stuff to have on the bar. So this spec is also pretty good for soloing too if you use the Greater Earth Elemental, so you can make a note of that on the side. But the Greater Earth Elemental has some aggro problems. The Necro tank pet is the best tank pet, hands down. So basically what you want to do here, since it's easy, I'm just going to go through the rotation and show you. So there is a little bit of AoE in it, so I'm going to go big or go home here. So I'm going to choose this one, so hopefully I hit some other things. Buff up, make sure your pet is on passive, so he doesn't attack other random shit randomly while you're out there in raid. So start off with applying Storm Locust. You can do this as much as you want, won't generate threat. It's used to do that, was to gain charge, but now you gain charge out of combat. So make sure you put that up, put Living Storm up, and kick right in with your water spells. Once you start hard casting a Stormbolt, switch over to your air spells. And now once you're at about 4 seconds left on Living Storm, hit a Icicle, then Raging Storm, and it'll refresh Living Storm. If that Living Storm falls off, you're up shit creek. So then go back to casting Icicle and your water abilities. And here's a good place. Once you're done with your air macros, and you go back to Icicle, then you can hit Intensify Elements and Raging Storm. And I lagged a little bit. I let Living Storm fall off, but yeah, oh well. So if you look, I mean, we're doing 24k DPS, and looks like my pet's doing my pet's doing about 5k. So it's really not a bad spec. It's good. It's really good DPS actually, but the utility sucks. The movement sucks. But if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for a standstill, if you got a good fight for a standstill spec, and no utility needed, because there's not even an interrupt in this spec. So, you know, if that's what you're looking for, this is the spec for you. So now, if you guys want to go try it on a dummy, try it on a single target dummy though, like in someone's dimension, to kind of get a grip on what the DPS actually is, because this meter is going to be a little off because I did catch AoE from the mobs here and the mobs over here. So, but quite honestly, in single target, I can do about 17, 18, maybe 19k with this spec. So, and Pyro is more like, in a raid setting, more like 24, 25k. So, alright guys, so here's Stormalist for you in a nutshell, and I hope you guys have an easy time learning it. Hope this guide helps you. Thank you again, 91 Extreme RT, for letting me do this for you, and you guys have an awesome night. Thanks.